What is up, guys? Adriana Maya, and I'm back with another episode of Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Sarah Russi joining me today. She's been in sex work for over 10 years, from lingerie modeling to putting content up on our OnlyFans. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So, lingerie modeling, let's start at the very beginning. How the hell did you even get the idea to get involved with that?
So I've wanted to do Playboy since I was 12.
Yeah, classic.
I always just wanted to make money being half naked, and that's kind of what I would do in high school. Is I would always be half naked. So I was saying to myself, once I turn 18, this is what I'm going to do for a living.
That's fire. That's fire. I've been telling people that for forever too, so I love that. I'm like, you just feel it in your heart, you know? You're like, this is what I meant to do. When you were doing lingerie modeling, you told me that you were doing like implied nudity for a lot of it. How did you decide to make that jump from going to like softcore to like full on?
So I think I was really shy when I first started out. I didn't want to do nudes. I was kind of trying to hold back with the content I was doing because a lot of people told me that Playboy doesn't want girls who are already taking their clothes off for multiple photographers. And this is when, the magazines were still a big thing. This was like 2011, 2012. Yeah. And so I just wanted to wait and hold back. Yeah. And I thought it would happen for me. So it never did end up happening. Mm-hmm. So a couple years later, I started getting into camming. And when I first did camming, I did it anonymously. I used a fake name.
Really?
Yeah, because I was shy.
So it was like only body, or did you wear like a mask or anything like that?
So I started off wearing a mask.
Really?
I didn't know
that. That's
oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that I didn't really make as much money because I was anonymous.
Really? I've seen, maybe it's like a wave going on now, but I see so many different girls. There's like on Pornhub, no face girl. There's like no face couple.
Oh yeah, well, like some girls actually make it like their shtick, so it works for them like that. But I was just trying to be completely anonymous, and I was just trying to figure out how it works, and I didn't want my real name out there while I was still figuring everything out. Luckily, I never got scammed on there. The only time that I ever felt a little bit ripped off is when they would bring me into the group show, and then most of the people would leave the group show. So then it is a one-on-one, but they're not paying a one-on-one price. And so I eventually caught on to that.
Yeah, and so you're like, we're going to switch this up a bit. You said you made your OnlyFans in 2017, and I believe that's like right when the site started. Was it like influence? You had heard about it? Like, how did you get involved with OnlyFans?
I actually don't remember. I think I just saw other people posting the link on their Instagram
you, like
account.
Jumped on it. Mm-hmm. That's how I got on it too. Earlier I saw like a bigger name girl, I think it was actually like Kendra Lust or someone, like post it, and I was like, let me see. So I love that. You are active on Twitter. I do notice that you're super active on Instagram as well, like extremely active. So if you need a girl who posts every day, this is the fucking one to go to. But in doing that, it is a little bit to keep up with, and there's so many rules and regulations now that Instagram just keeps updating. How do you keep your page from getting deleted? Like, what's one of your little tips or secrets that you got? Because she posts some scandalous stuff, like panties showing, you can see the nipples, and she's got a lot of them. They look great.
I posted my backup page first.
Like a tester.
So I kind of know what's allowed on Instagram now and what's not. So, just like trial and error kind of.
Yeah, write it out and see if it works. That is true. Try it on your backup page, ladies. That is something I've never heard before, so that's actually going to be a plug. You do shoot a lot of content, and I did see that you have a couple of male talents that you've worked with.
No, I've never done boy-girl before.
Never?
No.
So it's just like teaser, softcore stuff, photos and such?
I do solo stuff, and I also work with other girls. So when we work together, it's all exclusive stuff.
You're exclusive. I like that. That's hot. In choosing the girls, how do you decide who you want to work with? What's a little checklist you have?
I'm pretty open as long as they're professional and we can both benefit off of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I work with a lot of girls. I think I've worked with like 30 to 40 girls so far in the past year. I think I've been doing girl for about 2 years now.
That is a lot. I've been doing porn, like hardcore porn for like 9 years. And I've maybe done like 7 girl scenes. So that,
really?
yeah, I'm not even
wow.
kidding. It's a lot harder, I guess, for like girls to coordinate. Do you have any specific girls that you like working with, that you just have really good content with, that you want to give a shout out to?
So one of my closest friends, Tiffany Bannister, I love her. She lives around here and we collaborate all the time with other girls.
Yes.
So we do a lot of threesome content.
Love that. I was just saying I don't see enough of that. I love that. Because you get threesomes with 2 guys, you know, all the time, or 2 girls and a guy. But I'm like, you never get them with 3 girls. I like that. It's way more fun.
I have a lot of threesome content. I just recently worked with this girl, Aaliyah Milan, and she's great.
I've heard of her. She's gorgeous.
Yeah?
Yes.
I think she used to have a ton of followers on TikTok. I think like 7 million.
Oh my God, and they got her, those haters. That's so fucked up. It's so annoying.
Also, I worked with this girl, Blair. I don't think she publicized her full name.
Oh, just Blair. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Stick to that.
I'm trying to think. Oh, this girl, Miami Macy on Instagram. I worked with her.
Oh, I was
recently.
I think I saw her. Did you post a
She's
photo with her?
great.
I was like, I think I saw it on your Instagram. Actually.
There's so many content creators around here in Miami.
Oh my God, it is the plug, right? If you need girls to do content and you don't live like in anywhere where people do content, come to fucking Florida. I promise you. There's like a plethora of women, especially for only doing girl content. How do you keep up with meeting new girls to work with and like networking?
Through Instagram and Twitter, and usually through my friends recommending them to me. I shot this really amazing video with Aaliyah last week.
Yeah.
I think it was one of my best ever videos because we were on her balcony and everything was just perfect about like the lighting, her performance, my performance. We used the alien bad dragon cocks. They
Love
were so
that.
big.
Oh my God.
I love the bad
big.
dragon cocks.
You heard it here first. I saw them at AVN. I don't have one yet because when I saw them in person, I was like, these are actually fucking huge. Like, what? And they're long. Like, they're tentacles. There's tentacles.
I have
and
one
there's
that's like this
dicks.
long.
That's daunting. That's daunting. If this is impressive, would you mind standing up for me for a second and then showing us how big that dildo of yours is?
It's like, it was like the size of a ruler. Yeah.
And she's petite, right? I also saw that you switch up your look a lot. Is that like per request from your fans, or is that just a personal thing? Because you have a lot of followers and they are riding with you through all your different hair colors, the different styles you rock.
I've kept this hair color for about 2 years now, so if you see me with a different color hair, it's a wig.
Genius. That is so smart.
I also like to dye my pubes pink so it matches, but there's a lot of upkeep.
The carpets
so sometimes
do match the drapes.
Sometimes it doesn't match the carpet.
But sometimes it does. That's cool. That's,
Yeah.
that's dedication, honestly. That's so cool. Do you have any content that you shot that you're just super proud of that we should keep an eye out for?
All of it. But the one I just mentioned with Aaliyah.
Yes. Got you. Oh, the one on the balcony. Guys, check it out. I'm telling you, Florida is the best place to do outside content. It's like, the weather's always great. It's always bright as shit.
Okay, so my specialty is actually public content. I'm always trying to push it with the public content.
That's a tough one to like continuously shoot too. That shit's risky. Because a lot of sites, they update their terms for it all the time. So like the shooting in the car, have you done any of that?
No, not yet.
So it's strictly like outside. Girl.
So for my OnlyFans feed, I'll post full nudes and, short clips. And I also do pay-per-views in the messages.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
that might change someday. But right now, it's just pay-per-views. And usually for my feed, I'll do something where I'm flashing like at a restaurant and stuff like that.
On the Instagram, you're with the restaurant. I was like, you're in public with the panties. I was like, but it's your thing. Love that. So if you want to taste her IGs, like the softcore version of that.
It actually is because
it clicks.
Like everything I'm doing on my IG, I'm also doing a nude version for my OF.
That is so smart. When I tell people this all the time, I'm like, we really have it at our hands to make money doing everything. Like you can do anything nude. Like you really can't just flash a little bit, make a little video. Like they love that. Like genius. What's some tips you would give to someone who wants to get into sex work, but in content making, like specifically?
Grow your social media.
Yes.
That's what I did. That's super important.
And which social media platform would you say is your favorite?
I think Instagram.
Yeah, the roughest one. It sucks. They hate us, but they are like the best for networking, for getting inspiration for stuff, for sure. Is there anything that's on your no list for shooting?
Well, I'll never do anything with shit. I won't do anything with piss.
Fair.
Just nothing outrageous like that.
Yeah,
And
I
nothing
got
too
you.
crazy.
I got you. The shit thing it's real big right now. It is. It's real big right now. I'm like, ooh, make that money, but no thank you. Like, I'm okay. What about puking? That's really big too right now.
I wouldn't puke.
Nah, I try not to. I just try not to. Sometimes it happens, but I really try
I
not
choke
to.
easily,
Because I
so-
cry if I puke.
Like, I have videos where I'm sucking on a dildo and I'll make myself cry on it and
Oh,
choke.
see, that's why they like it. They're like, your eyes water. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like actually crying because I hate throwing up. Like, I'm like, ugh. So I get that. So you're into like the gagging, the whole spitting thing. Okay, but not like the super hardcore. And that's fair. Honestly, you can get strep throat if you get fucked in the throat too hard. Fun fact, guys.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just something I learned in high school, actually. Everyone was like, oh, you were sucking dick? Like, you guys are lying. And my doctor confirmed it. So thanks,
wow.
Dr. Woodruff. Mary Ann, good lady. She was my pediatrician. Off topic. I'm so sorry. Do you travel at all to shoot? I know LA and like Arizona are big hot spots. Or are you exclusively in Florida?
I mean, I would travel if it was a really big collab.
Gotcha.
I actually used to live in Pittsburgh for a couple years, and there wasn't any content creators in Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, I don't think I've actually ever heard of anyone coming from Pittsburgh.
There
You're
was
the
one
first.
porn girl I used to collaborate with in Pittsburgh, and she
Yeah.
lived in Pittsburgh.
Just one. Oh, that's
Yeah,
rough.
just one.
That is rough. But it's good for building your fan base, I guess, when you're just starting to work out. You know, it's all off you. You're not really getting it from everyone else, so you know it's organic. That's fair. Do you have any goals for your career in sex work? Because you have jumped from a bunch of different things, from the lingerie modeling to camming and doing content. Is there anything that you want to check off your list?
Well, I want to do more TV work. I want to just keep doing what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and maybe someday I'll do a porn movie. I don't know.
Yes.
A girl one. And I might do boy girl for my OF if I have a guy in my life.
It would be so smart because you'd be doing it for your own site. If you save your boy girl for yourself, that's so genius because that's money all yours. And you already know the game. You realize how much money you make on your sites. You want to get into doing TV, and you do have in her Instagram bio that you're a reality TV personality. There was a show you were on a couple of years ago. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
I did Love Don't Judge, and it wasn't a TV show. It was mostly a Snapchat show. It was like on Facebook. I ended up getting 20 million views.
That's
and
fire.
it was about my relationship I had with this guy, Mason Reese. He was a former child star from the 70s, and he was a lot older than me. He was 54, and I was 26. And this year, before we broke up, well, I shouldn't say this year, last year.
Yeah.
Last year we broke up, but before we broke up, we ended up doing 2 more episodes of that. And we ended up breaking up because he kind of embarrassed me on the show and told me that I wasn't the best that he's had in bed. So that was a big reason for our breakup.
Yeah, he did that to
We did a
himself.
couple other shows too. We did This Morning in the UK. We weren't in the UK, but it was like
Yeah.
through satellite. And we also did Daily Mail TV.
That's so cool. That's awesome. So you definitely want to get more action like that in the reality TV side? That's very cool. I love that. You did say you do customs on your OnlyFans, and that's huge. Do you ever get any weird custom requests?
I get a lot of requests, people asking me to poop, fart,
Yeah.
piss, puke, like what we were talking about, the stuff that I won't do.
Yeah.
So I'm also on Sex Panther, and I had this
Are
guy
you?
call me before, and then he started talking about killing me during the call, and I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to like hang up on him, so I just hung up on him.
Of course, no, that's insane. I don't understand what people's like obsession is with trying to like scare us and stuff. When I'm like, you do realize you're gonna get banned from the whole site now. Like,
he had an orgasm talking about killing me.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't think I could sit through that call. I watch way too many scary movies and shit. Like, I would freak myself out, like, for sure.
Well, it shifted so quickly because it started off normal, and then he's talking about choking me until I pass out on the floor and die.
And you're like, oh, okay, pass out, die. Like, no, thank you. See, because I like being choked till I pass out, but it doesn't end there, you know. They're like, and then I stop choking you and I wake you up, you know, aftercare. But no, killing someone, ugh, that can't be allowed. I feel like that's not allowed on Sex Panther.
Right.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. I would not want someone doing that to me. But being on Sex Panther, for those of you who don't know, it's a site that you can use to actually text your favorite stars, content creators. And there's actually like a couple of like famous people online, different artists and shit like that. It's pretty cool. You get a number, they get a number, you guys can text, some paper chat, some you can do video calls with, you can send photos. It's actually pretty cool. And our girl Sarah's on there. That's lit. I used to do it, but I never keep up with it, and then I feel bad. So I ended up just, every time someone would text me, I never reply. So then I refund everyone, and then it's like, you know, I don't need this site.
I haven't used it in a while. I've just mostly been keeping up with OnlyFans.
See, OnlyFans is the plug. You don't have any other fan sites that you use besides OnlyFans?
So I've signed up for Fansly, and I want to get into Fansly.
Yes.
I heard it's really good.
I also know a lot of the cam sites, and even like Pornhub, some of those like tube sites, they're coming out with like model hubs or like their own fan sites, so where you can upload your content exactly like you do with OnlyFans or any of the other sites. So I think that's so interesting that they're all like branching into it because OnlyFans is doing so well. Would you ever consider spreading your content out across like multiple platforms, or are you just gonna stick to the two?
I think I would spread it out. I don't know if I would go back to live camming unless it was like for a feature show. Like Cam Soda, I've done some featured shows for them. Last year I was doing shows for Live Unicorns. Have you heard of them?
Live Unicorns.
It's a new site, yeah.
I don't think so.
When I first started camming, I tried out My Free Cams and Chatterbait, and my favorite was My Free Cams.
Really? I tried them, and it was after I tried Cam Soda, and it was just so different from Cam Soda that like I just did not click with them. But they're so big, it's like you gotta try. There's so many people on there. They're honestly like one of the biggest ones. And you try Chatterbait, but unicorns. I'm like
Live Unicorns.
Live Unicorns. I'm gonna check that out. I've never heard of that one. The format's easy for the models. They're cool. Payout's cool. Love that. I love that. We're getting rid of all those fucking sites who rob us of all our money that we make them, you greedy bitches.
I also go live on OnlyFans. I have a free page and a paid page that I go live on.
Do you go, oh, you go live on both? That's fire. You heard it here. Your OnlyFans, how can we find you? What is your tag?
I just go by my real name. It's Sarah Russi for the paid page, and then the free page is I Want Sarah Russi.
Hold the fuck on. Your actual name is Sarah Russi?
Yeah,
I thought that was your stage name. Yeah,
real?
I'm so serious. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. That makes more sense why you were like, yeah, I wanted to make sure before I put my actual name out there. So I assumed you had a stage name. I did not click. Fucking airhead over here. Like, Jesus Christ. That's so cool. Were you ever, now I have to circle back to the name thing, God. Were you ever worried about putting your name out there once your OnlyFans really started picking up and like your Instagram like really took off? Were you worried about people like seeing you do the more edgy content?
I think so. I think I was worried about people judging me, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go in that direction with my career, but I'm happy with what I do. I'm proud of what I do with OnlyFans. When
you're transitioning out, if you ever transition out, would this be something that you would plan to like mentor people on? Because that's like huge right now.
I would,
yeah. Something to think about, guys. Hit her up. That's very cool. Social media management. Do you do social media management? You have social media management?
No, I run my own pages.
Oh my God, girl. All of them? That's a pain in the ass. I do too, but I'm not active on mine. It's very obvious I run mine. Like, what the fuck? You're so active on yours. How do you keep up with like the trends and the insights and stuff then?
Well, I don't answer my DMs, so that would take a lot of time. If they want to DM me, they have to go to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, which is so smart because your Instagram, you have a lot of followers. It's probably very hard to keep up with that.
It can be very time consuming to do content for just Instagram alone because everything has to be perfect with me. Like the lighting has to be perfect, and sometimes before I even get a good photo or reel, it'll take like 2 hours.
And you got to make sure you're on like that fine line of like sexy, like not too racy, you know, so you won't get deleted. Damn, that is a pain in the ass. Oh my God, you're so active on your Instagram. In keeping up with it, do you separate the content that you shoot? Because obviously Instagram has to be like safe for work, but OnlyFans, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So do you separate days like that you're shooting, or is it like one run, you just shoot like safe for work and not safe for work and like a photo set, and you're just risking it all in public? Like, how do you plan this? Because you said you specify in public content.
I try to keep a backlog of stuff. If I'm collaborating with a girl that day, I'll try to get reels with them. And when I'm not collaborating with a girl, then I'll take that time to do Instagram, Twitter stuff, and solo OnlyFans stuff.
I got you. But that is a lot to keep up with by yourself. Like, I commend you so much, dude. That's a lot of fucking work. You said you do a lot of threesomes. Have you had any, like, crazy experiences with that?
Define crazy.
Well, I know with women, sometimes, like, we just get sassy. Like, sometimes there can be drama. Sometimes, like, idea collaborations just don't mesh. Or it meshes, like, really good. And you guys, like, plan to do one thing very simple and you end up, like, fucking each other in the ass, you know? Because it's just so hot. Like, things can take a turn. When it's, like, 3 women, like, and your energy's all bouncing off each other.
I've never had any drama with threesome content ever.
Love that. Though, to be fair, the ones that I've heard of, it's usually a guy's involved, so that's cool. But have you ever had a time where you guys like planned to shoot something simple and then it just like you were vibing so hard you ended up shooting like longer, something a little more intense?
Sometimes I don't even go into it with a plan. I kind of ask them, can I see your place first? If I'm going to their place, so I get an idea of where I want to shoot my stuff.
Okay, so you like map it out.
And like I said with Aaliyah, I didn't know she had the balcony and that she was willing to shoot on her balcony. So I'm actually seeing her after this podcast, and we're going to do more stuff on her balcony.
Keep an eye out for it, guys.
We actually messed around a little bit in her apartment hallway.
That's hot. That's something
I
you
love
never
that
see. That's hot.
she loves to do public stuff like I do.
Yeah.
A lot of girls are shy about that.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't know the line to ride with it too. And a lot of girls don't want to get their pages deleted because OnlyFans, you can post like pretty racy stuff, even implied stuff, you can get away with it. But Instagram is just so strict nowadays, especially if you keep getting your page deleted.
Yeah.
I couldn't post my butt for like 2 years. They hated my butt. So now I can. But it's also because I tag myself as a guy. That's my trick. Do you have any advice for anyone who wants to get into all forms of sex work? Because I asked you specifically about content creation, but you've literally done damn near everything besides stripping and like hardcore porn, but you're not opposed to it.
I guess just like put themselves out there.
Yeah.
I heard that Reddit's really good. I never tried it before, but I heard it's good for new girls trying to get their name out there.
For sure.
Twitter, I've seen so many people just get big Twitter accounts so easily. And I think it's because people just retweet it, and that's like the easiest way to get followers on Twitter.
No, for sure. I saw there's a guy, his name's a really weak guy. He actually is like a no-face person. He blurs his face. His Reddit is huge. And then he randomly hit me up a couple months. Well, it's been like a year ago, a couple months. I have no concept of time. But we worked together a year ago. And then my name was booming on Reddit because I worked with him. And I was like, I didn't even know who you were. That's so cool. Like, thanks. Like, thanks for hooking me up, dude.
TikTok is also really good. I need to start using TikTok again. My first account got banned. I didn't really know what I was able to post on there.
Yeah, it's
and now I have another account, so I have to get back on there.
Do you test like the backup thing on there, or are you just posting and praying for the best?
I haven't really posted much on there, but I I think I have like 2 or 3 accounts on there now.
Love that.
But,
No, but it's
I
good
haven't
having
used it in a
backup.
while.
Yeah.
Ever since I got deleted.
It's just such a pain in the ass to keep up. How do you not get so discouraged from like constantly dealing with getting deleted on social media? You know, if you don't respond to some people sometimes who like follow you on everything, they get really upset. So how do you deal with that? Like getting deleted, maybe a little harassment sometimes?
I ignore my DMs. They have to go to OnlyFans if they want to DM me. Unless it's for business, then of course I'll answer that. As far as getting deleted, I mean, I haven't lost any of my accounts other than that one TikTok.
Really?
I didn't have like a lot of followers on there, so it didn't really bother me that
Gotcha,
much.
yeah.
But yeah, it is discouraging. I mean, I get depressed when Instagram takes down one of my posts.
Well, and I hate it because now all the social media, your name starts to get like shadow banned if you get deleted too many times. So I'm like, that's super annoying. I know TikTok does that, and Instagram and Twitter now actually they're shadow banning the fuck out of everyone. But it's good that you're very positive and not getting discouraged. Do you plan to branch out and like collaborate with other creators in social media aspects, not, you know, like porn, not content, but like safer word content?
I work with anybody who just has a big following on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So if someone just wanted to hit you up, reach out, guys. Reach out. That's the thing. A lot of people are scared to reach out. Do you ever reach out to anyone?
I reach out to them all the time.
I love that.
I get so discouraged though when I get ignored.
That is annoying. But on the upside, I try to take it as a lot of people just probably have like crazy schedules and we'll work together eventually. Really, if your name keeps building, even if people double back on you, for sure. Like, for sure, they'll double back. And it's the same because she's such a sweetheart, guys. You're honestly missing out. She's very chill, like very cool. We are smoking, and she hasn't smoked at all. And I'm honestly shocked I haven't been handing it to you. Do you smoke? Like
I
even
don't smoke at all. I've only tried it in high school, and I had a bad experience with edibles.
Right, it wore
so
you
I
off.
decided
You
not
had an
to
edible?
ever
That's how you
smoke.
started it?
Well, no, I started like smoking
Okay.
here and there,
Oh, gotcha,
and
gotcha.
then I made edibles, and I didn't like it.
It is a little rough. I will say my edible skills in high school were terrifying. Like I got like terrifyingly high a couple of times. So I feel that. I could understand how you could be warded off from it. We are going to send you home with a couple of things because we're going to want you to try it. You can smell it. You can taste it. Sarah Russi, you are so great to have on. Is there any social media pages you want to give a shout out to that we should follow for you?
Besides mine?
Oh no, it's all your pages.
Oh, just mine.
But like
Oh, okay.
any of your main ones, it could be all of them. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so my main Instagram page is Sarah Russi with an underscore in between. My backup is I'm Sarah Russi. Twitter is just Sarah Russi, and my TikTok is I Want Sarah Russi.
Boom, you have it here first. I'm Adriana Maya. This is the gorgeous Sarah Russi. Thank you so much for joining us for Spliffs and Giggles. Good night, guys.